Lemon Nation. I'm Tara Setmayer, and this is the Setmayer Sound Off. All right, guys, here we go. Buckle up, because I'm about to say the quiet part out loud again. MAGA's coming for our baby makers. Yes, you heard me. The Trump-aligned wing of the Republican Party, you know, the one that masquerades as pro-freedom, pro-family, while actively dismantling women's autonomy, has a brand new gift-wrapped absurdity for America. They're now floating the idea of a $5,000 baby bonus for women who have children. That's right. Forget about our bodily autonomy, our reproductive freedoms, or affordable health care. No. Here's $5,000. Now go make babies for the state. Seriously? Well, apparently because we've just said screw it, and we've decided to go full-on Handmaid's Tale cosplay. You don't believe me? There's a burgeoning movement out there. It's called Pronatalism. This is the first I've heard of this. And guess who some of the biggest backers are? J.D. Vance and Elon Musk. And these wackos, they even have an annual conference. Watch this.
This is the war for civilization, and we are going to win it one life at a time.
We're here at NatalCon, which is a gathering of about 200 people from all over the world who have come here because they all feel very strongly that the world needs more babies.
People are like, why are high fertility people always so weird? Hello, Simone. I'm excited to be here with you today.
Malcolm and Simone Collins are kind of the faces of pronatalism.
We would rather not see civilization collapse.
People will die. A lot of people will die.
Some of the first people who really recognize the scale of the problem are major players in the White House right now. You know, like J.D. Vance and Elon Musk.
The birth rate is very low in almost every country. And something, unless that changes, civilization will disappear.
Okay, so these aren't exactly like Serena Waterford types, but it's giving Gilead white vibes. It's very similar. And yes, this is weird and dangerous. The New York Times just wrote a comprehensive story about this and what the Trump administration's plans are, okay? Quote, White House assesses ways to persuade women to have more children. Listen to this. One proposal shared with aides would reserve 30% of scholarships for the Fulbright program, the prestigious government-backed international fellowship for applicants who are married or have children. But wait, it gets worse. There's more. Another would give a $5,000 cash baby bonus to every American mother after delivery. A third proposal calls on the government to fund programs that educate women on their menstrual cycles, in part so they can better understand when they are ovulating and able to conceive, end quote. What the actual fuck? Once again, giving Gilead vibes. But wait, it gets better. There's also talk of a, quote, motherhood medal. Yes, a literal medal, like the one, like you just won the Olympics for giving birth. I'm sorry, what year is this again? This isn't about helping families, okay? This is not about economic relief. This is about control. State-sanctioned fertility. And if that phrase doesn't send a chill down your spine, then you haven't been paying attention to history. This has happened before. Let me take you on a quick tour, shall we? In Nazi Germany, they had something called the Mutterkreuz, the Mother's Cross. Women were awarded medals for producing children for the Third Reich. Gold, silver, bronze, like some kind of breeding for totalitarian Olympics. In Stalin's Russia, same thing. Pronatalist propaganda. Women were given state honors for producing soldiers for the empire. Mother heroines, they called them. And even today, in Putin's Russia, they've brought it back. Literal cash incentives for babies. They have a day of conception. Because when your democracy erodes and your economy fails, what better fallback than weaponizing women's wombs? Now we've got Trump world trying to Americanize this dystopian nonsense, and you think this is a coincidence? It's not. This is just creepy shit. It's authoritarian dressed up in a pastel bonnet. It's the MAGA playbook. Reshape America into some warped 1950s dream where women's worth is tied to how many babies they can pump out for the nation. Very Handmaid's Tale. This is Gilead. It's how it starts. You can't call yourself pro-freedom while pushing policies straight out of fascist fertility manuals. So let me be very clear, okay? This country doesn't even value mothers once the baby's born. Let's talk about maternal mortality in the United States. You know, that thing that actually kills women when they give birth. The US has the highest maternal mortality rate among developed nations in the world. It's not even close. Women here are more likely to die in childbirth than in countries with half of our GDP. And if you're Black, you're nearly 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes. So while MAGA's out here handing out frickin' medals, American women are dying in delivery rooms or parking lots or lobbies, depending on where you live. So in a country with the greatest resources in the world, they're using zero to protect mothers after their little photo op. But let's add a little shiny prize to their coffin lid and call it patriotic or something. I don't know. This isn't family policy, guys. This is fertility theater. This is about conditioning women to see motherhood as their civic duty, their identity, their only path to value. And that, my friends, is some Handmaid's Tale pre-level propaganda. Okay? Let's not forget this trad wife trend. What is it glorifying? It's Gilead with an Instagram filter. Not okay. And here's what makes this worse. They're selling this whole thing under the guise of fixing declining U.S. fertility rates. Yes, the birth rate is dropping. But you know what's contributing to that? It's because it's insanely expensive to have kids. Childcare costs more than college. Hospital bills for uncomplicated births, there's still a small fortune. Paid family leave, we don't have that. It's practically a unicorn in this country. People aren't anti-family. They're I don't want to go bankrupt. So you think $5,000 is going to solve that? You'll burn through that before your kid learns to sit up. That bonus wouldn't even cover childbirth in some states. It's a drop in a bucket. It's not a solution. Meanwhile, countries like Hungary and Poland, they've tried the same baby bucks for birth model, and guess what? It didn't work. Fertility didn't just bounce back. But you know what did? Authoritarianism. Because again, this is not about babies. It's about control. We are watching a very real and dangerous movement unfold here. This pronatalism, theocratic push that wants to roll the clock back on women's rights under the guise of morality and tradition. It is no accident that this movement is rising alongside efforts to ban abortion, restrict contraception, and criminalize bodily autonomy for women. Okay? This is all part of a small crusade. Just redefine women as reproductive tools, not equals. And while we're here, can we please stop pretending that this is some charming return to family values? No, it's not. It is state-sponsored breeder theater. This is Handmaid's Tale, MAGA edition. I cannot emphasize this enough. You don't get to pretend it's some wholesome thing just because you slap a cross and a flag on it. It's not. And can we also stop pretending, please, that this is just about all babies? This is about women having white babies. Let's keep it 100. I encourage everyone to Google white replacement theory and Elon Musk. He's not the only one. Tucker Carlson, many other right-wing media talking bros, they're pushing this shit. We must not normalize this. We cannot let this fringe movement dictate the future of American women. If you want to be a mom, great. Be a mom. Be 10 moms. But that choice should be yours. Not bought, not coerced, and definitely not rewarded by a state trying to turn your uterus into a production facility. We should be building a country where families thrive because we value them, not because we exploit them for some sick political agenda. And to all you politicians out here pushing this, if you're really so concerned about the future of America's families, then how about you start by treating women equally? Not like second-class citizens whose value is determined by our ability to push out children. Okay? Start there. Because our wombs, they're not your battleground, MAGA. And no amount of medals or money is going to change that. This isn't about freedom, okay? This is not about progress. This is authoritarian cosplay with a red, white, and blue baby bonnet on top. And we see exactly what you're doing. We see it. We're paying attention. So you know what? You can take your baby bonus, your motherhood medals, and your dystopian dreams and fuck all the way off. No pun intended. All right, that's it. That's this week's Setmayer Sound Off. I just wanted to also say thank you to everyone who voted for American Girl for the Seneca Project. Guys, we won. We won the People's Voice Award for social media for Seneca Project's American Girl. Thanks to you. So I just wanted to take a moment and really express my gratitude and say thank you. If you'd like to see more, you can check me out on The Stakes every Thursday at 7:30 live here on YouTube. And make sure you like and subscribe Don Lemon's channel and check us out at the Seneca Project. I purposely wore my Do Not Obey in Advance sweatshirt today, given everything that's going on. Thank you guys. See you next week.
Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.